This is going to be a video of me finally rehoming all of my A.C.E collection into Meowcafe binders. I have taken everything out of the original binders that I had. I think it was 2 of them. And these are all of the cards. All of the larger inclusions are already in here. It is already pretty full, so I do have another one on standby if it does overflow. These are all the cards from Callin to Changer. I originally wasn't going to put My Girl into Meowcafe binders, but I have since decided to. So that'll be in the second clip of this video since I still have to re-sleeve everything in that one. I am very excited to move these over, so I'm going to get started with that because it's a lot of cards. So I have put my larger inclusions in here already. I tend to do that off screen. But the first era up is Callin. So the first set I'll have in here are the regular PCs for the standard edition. For these sets, I'm doing each one on a page by itself, since there are 6 cards. Or else I would have done the usual 5-5 spread. And then I do plan to get fillers. I'm really excited about this. It was nice just to like revamp and reorganize my A.C.E collection. So this is the Make Star edition. And with the Make Star edition came the ID photos, which will go on this page. Calm down, buddy. And again, I will work on some filler. And then these are all of the larger inclusions, which I already put in. I adore that their 4 pockets actually hold postcard sized items. And then I am using the divider tabs for each era. So next up will be Callin. This is a huge era, and it's just the 4 members. But I do have these worked out. First page, I have the promo lenticular sticker for Junhee's page. And then actually I might stick it down here. So these are Junhee's day version, and this will be filler. And the second page will be his night version. The Soundwave pre-order benefit, and then all of the night version. So the night version. And then we have Jiham. This is his day version. And then we have his night version. And again, there will be filler. Then we move on to WoW. Going back and going through all of these cards made me so nostalgic. Ugh, I miss them so much. So we have his day version, and then his night version are my favorite. These are so pretty. Night version, and then we have Byung-Kwon. who, speaking of missing, I miss him so, so much. I hope he is so happy. These are his day version. His day version. And I also have an unsigned version for this, which I'll put here as well. I also have Byungkwan's, I don't know if this is a streaming PC or a broadcast PC, but I do have this one for Byungkwan. So I'll put this on his page until I get enough for their own, maybe. And then I also love his night version one because of the pink hair. And we finished that one. And then these are all of the larger inclusions for this era. These are the broadcast postcards, I believe. I actually have Junhee's on the way, but I'm still looking for Jiham's. But it's really cool to have this set almost done. They are signed. And then in the back of this era, I've put in YuChan's UNB era, just because instead of being in Adventure in Wonderland era, he was in UNB promoting. So I am going to briefly put this in here. These are flipped. Yeah, this is Blackheart, which is the second release. I sorted all of this before, but it was a couple weeks ago now. So I may have got mixed up just a bit. And then this is UNB's debut, which is Boyhood. So we have the regular version and then the limited version. And I'll put a filler for each era. So Boyhood, Blackheart, and then for this one, it is all my random cards. So I believe this is like a trading card of some sort. This is a broadcast card. And then I think these two are concert ones. So I'll put those. I feel like they go last because the concert was one of the last things they did as a group. And I think these are, yeah, these are also their Japanese concert ones. So I'll put these ones down here. And I am still missing, I think, a broadcast card, one of the cards from the UNB show, and then like another random promo card. But yeah, always on the hunt for it, not in a rush. And the last thing for this page are the trading cards. So this is from actually the regular album version. Wait, this is from the limited album version. And then the rest of these, so these ones are from the Boyhood era. I think I did buy sleeves for these, but I just don't have them on hand yet. And then these are from Blackheart. And then I think these are from the Japanese tour. Very cute. And then I'm just going to put these three in the back to save space. But these are also trading cards from the tour, which I will put one here, and probably just the rest like this. So they are in the back here. Oh, I usually like to flip them. Okay, like this. And I will put sleeves on them and line them up a little better later. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna rain here. So if it gets really dark, I'm sorry. This is the only time I have to film. And then again, the larger inclusions, which I put in a while ago. Postcards. They just fit so much nicer in these sleeves. Sticker sheet. And that is the end of the era. Moving on to Undercover. So if you don't know, Undercover is actually the first era for Ace where like I actively collected. I think I just got out of college and was actually able to afford things that I wanted. So I started collecting, I think, casually at this point. Just like albums, whatever my pulls were, and like, I think one PC of each member. But this is such a great era. I had been standing for a long time, but I did not actively collect photo cards or albums at this point in time. Oh my gosh, I love these cards so much. I tried to match up concept-wise for these sets. They're not exact, but tried to make them cohesive. I might change it later if I don't love it, but that's what I'm going with so far. Like, unfortunately, they didn't wear the same stage outfits for all of these cards. This one was the closest, I think, to like all of them wearing the right outfit, and then Junhee's didn't have a matching one. But like, background-wise, I think it fit the best. And then the last ones. Oh, for sleeves, I don't use the Meowcafe sleeves. I use popcorn sleeves for my cards. It's just way more cost efficient. So we finished that. Seriously wondering if this is all gonna fit in here. I'm thinking not. And then this page will have the sticker sheets because they don't fit in the standard 5 pockets. For these, I think I was planning to just yeah, I will do this for now and then probably hate it and fix it later. And then tucked in the back of this, I will put in their first Japanese release, which is All I Want Is You. So if you're looking at it from this way, it'll stay cohesive, I guess. But if you're looking at it from this way, it'll be very confusing. But here is set A. And then we have set B, which is my signed set. And I've contemplated working on getting a B set signed, but not a priority currently. Oof, love it. And that is the end of that era. And next we have the Mad Squad. So the Mad Squad is the era that I started hosting group orders for Ace, and this is also the era I decided to collect OT5 halfway through. Yeah, this era means a lot to me. It's when they really solidified being my favorite group. So for these ones, it's the 6 regular album cards, the pre-order benefit, and then the MMT benefit cards. It's the start of store exclusive cards for Ace and for like a lot of groups. It was such a foreign concept then, but how the times have changed. So up next is Jihan. These cards were gorgeous. And then we have Wow with his green hair. So then we have Wow, hold on. And then we have Byung-Kwan, oh my gosh. His Harley Quinn hair. Honestly, he probably had the best looks for the undercover eras, for undercover and then undercover the Mad Squad. Like that Harley Quinn hair was great, and then he had the Bumblebee pigtail outfit. Phenomenal. And I like tried to match them up a little bit, but it kind of gets chaotic. And last we have YuChan back in ACE after UNB disbanded, since they were just a temporary group. Love the fake lip ring. Woo. And we have the larger inclusions. I might just get another set so that this page is full. And then, in my naive little brain, forgot that the broadcast cards for ACE are like Monster X photocard sized. So like they just fit in here without a sleeve, which these are supposed to be safe for, you know, unsleeved cards, which I'll probably do for this video, but I don't love the idea of unsleeved cards in my binder. I might have to get some soft sleeves and see if I can find any that fit, but I will put these in here for now without sleeves on them, which is great. Yeah, I know. And especially since they're very flimsy cards already. Ugh, hurts my heart. I think I have like 2 or 3 more broadcasts on the way that I was just able to find recently. I think these are correct. I may have to double check a template. Like, come on, there's no way I only have 1 for that set. That's insane.
Maybe. This is the filter set.
So yes, anybody has the broadcast I'm looking for, please help out. And these are the fan sign ones. So that is the end of that era. And then the back here again, I will put in their Japanese release, My Lover. I think these 2 are glitter hollow ones. I've contemplated collecting glitter hollow for these. I do like that they're more PVC. They're at least a thicker card. These ones, the cards aren't signed for these ones because it was the start of COVID, so they did video calls and sent out postcards instead. So I do have those in the back. These are the fillers I had before, which I'll end up probably reusing for these pages with some other fillers I'll make. And then these are the postcards tucked in the back. I'm sorry that it got so dark. And then we move on to the next era, which is Butterfly Phantasy. And finally, our next container. This was also a huge era for me. Because of COVID, this is the start of video calls. And yes, it absolutely oversaturated the K-pop community and changed the way we collected and everything, but it was the first time I got to meet one-to-one with ACE. So it was my first video calls with them, which was really, really great for me. And I highly appreciated this era. It also really got me into being a group order manager at this point. I feel like this is one of the ones where there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of albums that I helped coordinate. So I do love this era so much. So we have the regular album cards. And then we have... This card will forever be the bane of my existence. I mean, he looks great, obviously, but it's the only one in the set that isn't a selfie. So they kind of line up concept-wise on each page. You can't quite tell, but they go in order of the puzzle on the back. Then we have Meowcafe. I think for this era, Jihan was my favorite, like, style-wise. I think it just suited him so well with his longer hair. But the eye makeup this era, gorgeous. And then we have YuChan. I adore his cards with the colorful background. They're absolutely stunning. Beautiful. So for this page, I will put the unit cards. There were the 2 unit cards and then the 3 group cards. And then they brought back IDs this era, so I'll put those in here. And then I have one, I think this is a streaming card maybe for this era, and I only have it for YuChan. So I will put a page in probably right here for it. And that will go here. And then we have the larger inclusions for MMT, the album bookmarks, MMT2 winner, MMT the sticker sheet, and the rest of the postcards are on the other side there. And then again, the era of pre-order benefits and fan sign benefits and video call benefits. I remember thinking this era was big, but not even close. Up first we have Make Star. So MMT 1 and 2, and then we have MMT 3. And then this is my Polaroid for this video call, which I'll put in the back. Oh, did I say MMT? Make Star 3. And for the first 2 Make Star, you got AR cards, so I will put those here. And then we move on to MMT. This is MMT 1. MMT 2, which is honestly my favorite. I did get into this video call, which was phenomenal and one of my favorite things ever. And I do have the winner postcard in the earlier page. And then this last one. So these came with the, I think the first MMT video call. And I'm going to use them as filler on this page. I have another one somewhere floating around that I will grab to put in here. Just as filler because this page, the last ones are the sub K ones. So this was a US, I think, store. And I don't really know if they're around anymore. Honestly, I haven't been on there in a while. So they'll go here. These ones tend to be harder to find since, you know, it wasn't the era of a lot of video calls and people weren't familiar with all the new stores that were coming around. And that is it for this era. I don't think Higher and Change are going to fit in this binder. Okay, let's try and get started and see how far I can get. I think I remember how this is laid out, but there are so many cards for this era. Okay. So the first page has 2 of the pre-order benefit polas, the 6 selfie cards for each member, and then the 2 lenticular cards for each member. So that's the first page for Junhee, and then the second page for Junhee has so for the second page it has the other 2 pre-order benefit polas for Junhee, and then the 4 double-sided photo cards. I had both sides displayed on my other binder, so I wanted to keep that theme for this one. So it's the same card, but like I'm showing both sides of the cards on each page. Do I need 2 cards of each, 2 versions of each card? No, but I do like this, so I'm keeping it. And then we will do the same thing for Jihan. Oh my gosh, another favorite era for Jihan. I just love him with long hair, especially this purple hair. It was so gorgeous on him. I know he got super annoyed with it, but one of my favorite things ever. Also, these cards are stunning. Honestly, we're so blessed this era. It was very chaotic because there was a lot going on. Oh, but they did so well. Gorgeous. And then we have Wow, and I loved his blue hair, especially the extensions. This wig is gorgeous. Of Wow's dyed hair looks, I think blue is my favorite, and then maybe pink is my second favorite. But I am biased towards blue because it's my favorite color. Have these laid out. Gorgeous, stunning. Phenomenal. Byung-kwan. His mullet was not my favorite with the extensions in. I think I liked it when it was shorter. I liked that look, but the longer version, not my favorite. Gosh, another great eye makeup era though. We have page 2. The water photo shoot, if you know, you know, is still one of my favorite concepts for any K-pop group ever. It was just revolutionary. And then we have YuChan. Oh man, he was adorable this era. He had like that red hair going on. It's like a rust brown color, I don't know. Huge fan of it though. And then we have his double-sided. There are so many cards for this era, just for the album alone. Okay, and then the next page starts the rest of just the album cards. Okay, I might rearrange this again later, I don't know. But these are the rest of the polas. And then we have the group cards and unit cards. These are the single-sided selfie versions. And then these are the double-sided versions. Probably have to get some filler for this page because I do want the double-sided ones to all be on this page. So these are the double-sided unit and group cards. So I'll have both sides displayed. Like so. These ones are probably my favorite. Okay, that's the last of the regular album inclusions, which is insane. And then we start the 8 million benefit cards, which I say that jokingly because other eras now have significantly more. Did I pre-plan this? Yes. Do I remember what I planned? No. It's written down somewhere, but I don't know where that piece of paper is right now. I do know I put these in alphabetical order. So up first is my music taste, MMT. Gorgeous, stunning, phenomenal, show-stopping. This is the winner photo card because I did get into this video call. So I will put that here for now. I might have a page added later with all of like the winner items and polaroids for each era, but for now, I don't want to forget where they go. And this is MMT2. Gorgeous. I did get into a video call for this one as well, I believe. No, I did not use every single video call for myself. I did raffle them off to joiners at this point too. I love holographic cards. Why'd we stop doing this, by the way? I feel like we see that a lot less. And then MMT3. I don't remember if I got into this one. The next one is Make Star 3, which has a winner exclusive photo card set, which I'd want on the same page. So these are the winner cards. I did get into this one. And it was Byungkwon's birthday, which was phenomenal. So I do have a Polaroid from that event. And we have Make Star 4, which again, holographic. Why did we stop doing that? It's probably more expensive. And they would love to cheap out. Oh, I forgot that WoW dyed his hair blonde halfway through this era. And then we have, I believe this is the last Make Star for this era. See, a blonde WoW. And then funny enough, this is the outfit they wore for the video call for Byungkwon's birthday, because that is what my Polaroid looks like. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous era. And then this is Apple Music, I believe. This one was ridiculous because it was 10 cards. One of those sets. So this is Apple Music 1, and then this is Apple Music 2. Yeah, I might have to rework this because I just realized this should be in alphabetical order because that's how I usually do cards for this era. Okay, please bear with me as I rearranged all of that. I wanted it to, again, be mostly alphabetical, but also space conscious. So Apple Music is first now, so Apple Music 1 and 2. And then for this filler page, I'm going to put in the Y Global, which are one of the most stunning card sets of this era. I know it jumps the alphabet, but it's a solo set. And then we go on to Make Star. So I'll put this one back in here. So we have Make Star 1 and 2. And then this is Make Star 3, and then the winner set for Make Star 3. Make Star 4 and 5. And then for this page, I will be moving the My Music Taste here. This is the group card. And then this is the Who's Fan event down here. Again, jumping the alphabet, but fits this set, I think, and it's a solo set by itself down there. And then the last page will be I think these are Withmoo. So Withmoo 1, these are a more rare set because they were a pre-order benefit and not a lot of people knew about them at the time. And then this is Withmoo 2, not as rare, but absolutely gorgeous because we get an outdoor set. And that is it for the higher era. Yeah, all of this is not going to fit in this binder. It's stuffed up there. For this era, I think I did it kind of concept, yeah, or kind of matches the photo cards for each one. I think it worked out that way. Except for WoW, who is the only one who doesn't have it outside. But there's this version. So the top are, I don't know if they're first press. I think they're just regular press cards and the selfies. The next set is the denim outfits. So we have this page, and then this one. It's kind of like their school uniforms. They're wearing uniforms of some sort. Oh my god, YuChan's is so freaking cute. But I do like how these kind of lined up perfectly. And then the next page are the first press polas. And then these are the group selfie cards, the group first press pola. And so there's only 3 of these, but I did love this one so much, so I just got 2 of them to make filler. And then you just see the larger inclusions, and then we immediately go to the benefit cards. There's not as many as the higher era by far because they were about to enlist. Yeah, I don't know when my camera died, so I don't know if I'm gonna refilm any of that. It's exhausting. Anyway, Make Star 3, and then Make Star 4. So for this set, if you got into the video call, you would win a set of signed cards. I did not get into this one, but I was later on able to find somebody selling their signed set. So I do have those as well. And these are gorgeous. And then we have MMT, I think. Oh, nope, this is another Make Star. And then MMT, yeah. Well, let's see, I think MMT had 2. So what I'll do is, these are the Apple Music. So I will put them in for filler on this page, so I don't break up the MMT ones. We have those. And then we'll do the last 2 MMT sets. MMT had fun cards. I feel like they were a little different. I don't think I got into this one, but I do have the winner card. I think I purchased it from somebody. And then MMT2, again. I don't know, something about Jiham this era. It's probably the hair still. I loved the longer hair. So cute. But that is it for this video. Hopefully that didn't cut off too bad. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.